Hey, it's Patty from Worthy Nutrition. I hope you're having a great day so far. I just wanted to pop in and talk about food substitutions because I believe that there is almost a substitution for everything out there that will make food healthier. And that's what it's all about. So first off, we're going to talk about mayonnaise. You can either substitute it like in a dip for Greek yogurt. You can use Greek yogurt instead. It's a little bit more tangy and tart, but that's okay in a dip. If you don't like the tanginess, you can make your own mayonnaise, or you can find mayonnaises out there in stores, even I think regular grocery stores, that are made with avocado oil or olive oil. Both are monounsaturated fats, and they're a little bit better for you, a lot better for you than canola or whatever else they make. Okay, so you can either make them on your own. It's really easy. You can find it on the internet, super easy, or you can buy them. Next, cereal. So cereal is grain that turns to sugar, and then it's usually sweetened, and it's just sugar upon sugar. So there's really nothing of sustenance there for breakfast. But if you do oatmeal, it's got a little bit of protein in it. It's a whole grain. Yes, it does turn to sugar in your body a little bit slower because it's a whole grain. But what I suggest is not going the maple sugar route or the maple syrup or the brown sugar route, but going the grass-fed butter and salt route. It's just as yummy. Or you can add some berries on there because those are low glycemic, and maybe use a little bit of stevia to sweeten it up. Okay? And I bet there's a stevia out there, like a liquid stevia, that might have a maple or a brown sugar kind of taste. Who knows? You can always search that out. Noodles. Instead of doing wheat flour noodles, you can do zoodles. And you can make them yourself. You can make really wide zoodles with a vegetable peeler and just go down lengthwise and just go through the whole entire zucchini, except for the middle. The middle is it's full of a lot of water and seeds, so you don't want to use the middle of the zucchini. You can also use a machine that makes it. There's electric ones, and there's also mechanical ones that you just go like this, and it just, you put the zucchini in there, and then out comes the noodles, and it's super easy. You just throw it in there and just boom, 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 and it's super easy. Or you can use spaghetti squash, and that's pretty easy. You just bake it for 20-40 minutes, I think, something like that. You can find the instructions online. Again, you can find everything. And it's cut in half, and then you just take it with a fork, and all of these spaghetti squash noodles will come out, and you can have that with marinara sauce and some meat if you'd like. Very yummy and very nutritious. Coke. All right, so that's a tough one for a lot of people, and I like the idea of flavored water with different fruits, usually citrus fruits, or you can do raspberries. You can do spa water where you put fruit in there for a while and it kind of flavors it just a little bit. You can also do seltzer water with lime or lemon. Whenever I go to a bar, which is not very often, I will ask them to give me a bunch of seltzer water and about 4 slices of lime, and I'll squeeze it in there. And then I always have stevia in my purse, so I put a little bit of stevia in there, and it's delicious. It's like a limeade, a sparkling limeade. It's really a great thing to have at a bar. And you can have it in a wine glass, you could have it in a regular glass, whatever you want to do to kind of fit in, if that's a big deal. Okay, for sugar. So you can substitute dates for table sugar. I would not do that very often, just because dates do have sugar in them. They do have the fiber also, which helps it not to spike so high, but there's still plenty of sugar in dates. So that's just once in a while. You can use stevia, which does not spike your sugar, and also monk fruit. They come in powdered form, both, and I believe the stevia comes in liquid. I'm not sure about monk fruit extract, but you can take a look on the internet and see what you can find. Cream, you can always use coconut cream, and it has a great flavor, and it's nice and thick and Just so good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And again, lots of nutrients, and it's non-dairy. Hooray. French fries. Okay, there's really not a substitute for this outside of the house, only because yes, plenty of restaurants will offer the baked sweet potato fries. Not baked, but they'll be sweet potato fries, but they're still fried in oils like vegetable oils that oxidate at high temperatures. And so that turns into a carcinogen, and that's what we don't want. So for French fries, I would say stay home and grab some sweet potatoes, slice them up, put a little bit of coconut oil or avocado oil on them, and sprinkle salt, pepper, rosemary all over it, and then just bake them. It's super easy. It takes like 20 minutes. 10 minutes, you turn them over. And they're very good. I don't really like sweet potatoes, but I love sweet potato fries, so I like to make those. Couscous. When I was raising my kids, I had couscous all the time thinking I was so healthy. And I remember looking at the box going, it's just like pasta. And that's really what it is. They're little balls of pasta, okay? So it's the same thing. It's white flour. They do have whole wheat couscous, but it's not very palatable. So I suggest using quinoa. And quinoa, some people like it plain. I don't care for it, so I love it with, in different salads and stuff like that. You can season it with butter and salt, or you can go like lemon juice and vinegar and olive oil with cilantro. Very, very tasty. So there's a few ideas, but there's plenty more out where? On the internet. Okay, flour tortilla. We usually use a corn tortilla, but there are other substitutes. There's coconut tortillas, there's cassava tortillas, there's almond flour tortillas. I like those the best. I think they're the tastiest. But they can be expensive. Okay, but I think the coconut ones are a lot cheaper. You can get them at like Whole Foods, and they're usually in the freezer section or the refrigerated section because they can go bad pretty quick. Okay, so those are just a few ideas, and I'm sure you can think of more as you start thinking about, hey, what could I substitute for this? What could be, there's one time where I couldn't really have any desserts, and I came up with my own, which it's not a pudding, it's more of like a frosting, but I would put a couple tablespoons of almond butter, and it would be raw, so it's kind of sweet, and then some cacao powder, which has great nutrients in there, antioxidants, and a little bit of coconut milk or maybe hemp milk, almond milk, and stir it all up with a bit of stevia. Oh my gosh, it was sweet, it was creamy, it was thick, it was luscious, and it was so much more healthier than anything I could come up with. So, okay. That's it for that. I just wanted to let you know that I have a 14-day winter reset happening right now. It's everything is done for you. Menus, grocery lists, over 50 recipes in the recipe book, and they're so healthy and so good for you. They're very cleansing. It's all done with food. There's 4 days of prep, so you're ready to go, and 1 week of eliminating foods that could be sensitive or allergenic, and 1 week of adding each food back to see how your body reacts. Okay, so if you want more information, you can go to my profile page and you'll find a link there. All right, so if you have any questions, please send me a direct message, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Ciao.